Students, in this video, actually, I wanted to, uh, you know, sort of remove some kind of confusion or some kind of fear, which I have found in some of the students or some of the teams which are participating in Capstone. And right now, we are on the first. Uh, we are just going to begin the competition round, and we are not yet. We are one day away from our first round. So the confusion or the fear is about the borrowing. So the teams can borrow either a short term or a long term. In short term, basically they have to return the entire money which they have borrowed after 1 year, plus the interest rate, whatever is the interest rate they have specified. In long term, it is going to be a 10 years, loan, and where you will be paying the interest annually. And at the end of the tenure, you are going to repay the entire loan. So the students always have this fear that try to minimize the loan amount in the first round, which is one way good. But please understand one concept. I just want to give my experience, my own experience on this. So when I was working in my final assignment in the industrial assignment, I was heading I was the profit center head for a ginning operation where we used to procure cotton from the surrounding area, and we used to process that cotton to separate the lint, which we used to send it to textile mills, and the seed used to go to oil mill for getting the crude oil, or which is the edible oil, which was later refined to in the edible oil. Now, when we are about to start the activity, the season, our banks, I used to have one bank where which I used to use for my entire operations, and I was the only signatory, being the only Indian handling the entire operations. So my bank will have very minimal amount at the beginning of season, because at the end of previous season, the group the finance head, we used to call him GFD, the group finance director. He will take away all what we have achieved in previous season from the bank, and it will be transferred to another bank where which is that particular bank is for the corporate operations. And so they will take away all the money or profits which we have earned in the previous year, and they will just leave some amount which we require for our maintenance activities as well as paying the salaries, etc. So very few minimal amount will be there. But when we want to start our operations, we want to start procuring cotton, right? So that is our main what you call raw material, and which requires a lot of money to be invested in the market. So our normal operation starts like that. It will start almost 1 month before the market. We start getting, somewhere we used to get around September, October, we used to get cotton in the market after the rains are over. Similar season like India. And before that, we want to start booking our cotton. There used to be local buying agents. So we have to give them money in advance and they will book the cotton from the farmers for us. And we had a stiff competition from Chinese ginneries also. So my bank is totally empty. So what used to happen is that my head office will give a sort of instructions to my bank that okay, you release 20 million naira for ginning operation. So the bank manager will actually call me on telephone, and he'll say, Mr. Harish, Now you are sitting on 20 million cash, 20 million naira cash. So that kind of money actually is to be, we used to call it overdraft, OD facility. So it's a kind of, you can compare it with the current type of loan where, or a short term loan where basically once we start our operations, we will start getting revenue, and we are supposed to be paying back this OD facility. So when my account is zero or very less, if I am allowed to draw up to 20 million, so my account will actually go minus 20 million. But that arrangement is there. And once I start getting my revenue, money from my revenue, my bank balance will keep on increasing. And as soon as it covers that 20 million, I will, they will stop charging me the interest. I may not be drawing the entire 20 million in one go, maybe 1 million, 2 million and all that. So in short, what I'm trying to tell you is that most of the businesses, almost 90%, 95% of the businesses will require money at the beginning of the business. So we keep on hearing about venture capitalists. What do you mean by them? So basically, they are, somebody is giving the money, and the business starts. So do not hesitate in taking any short or long-term loan in the beginning of your first cycle, because that is the norms. That is where you are supposed to start using the money. Of course, you cannot just simply draw all what you have. Obviously, you will have to do your calculations, but do not hesitate taking that money, using that money. Even it can be kept as a cushion for you in between. Why I'm saying cushion? See, in some months, maybe your particular product is away from the sweet spot, and you are not able to sell that much. So that those months you still require money to buy your raw material, to buy the other pay the labor, etc. So some months may go dry. So if you have something, liquidity in the system, that will always help to make sure your business runs very, very smoothly. Of course, there is a price to pay, there is that interest you have to pay, but it is far better than getting an emergency loan at the end of the round, and then you have to pay almost 7% extra interest than these normal loans to pay back that emergency loan. And it will be, basically it is sort of a OD facility, and it will be taken away from you immediately. So I've just decided to make this video before you have still 1 day for your round to go. So you can just understand this aspect of the business, and take decisions accordingly. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.